website right now and download my free course on alternate picking mastery. It contains 5 essential exercises that will take you to alternate picking mastery faster than you can imagine. And then I've included my method of how to lay out a practice plan in just 1 to 2 minutes that will absolutely boost your results like nothing you ever tried before. So go download it right now. It's free. Hey, is there any advantage to a scalloped fretboard? I get that question a lot when I'm playing this guitar here. It's a Squier that I really modified a lot back when I was trying to figure out what really meant the big difference for me. And I've got a DiMarzio chopper in the bridge here in a single coil format. And it really has the cool advantage of being, there's a lot of high end to it. So it's bright and clear, although it's a humbucker. And then I got the red velvet DiMarzio in the bridge, and that gives me that really rusty single coil sound when there's distortion on it. And it's also very bright, which is really cool because it tends to be a little bit muddy up here when you put distortion to a bridge pickup. So that's what I figured out. And then it's scalloped, right? I just removed the wood in between the frets then. You can find videos on this channel that shows you exactly how I do it by hand. Takes a little bit of a while, but and it's a cool thing to play. The first thing you notice is that you're not touching the wood underneath the strings. So it's like walking a fence with your fingers. And even though you're fretting a note, it seems that if you push up here, you can see that the fatty part of your finger is kind of going down like curtains. So if you're fretting a note, you have that those two curtains hanging down at each side of the string. And that's the part that touches the wood. And when you're doing hammer-ons, that's the first advantage. When you're doing hammer-ons, then that actually stops your hammer-on to a certain degree. So the smaller your frets, the lower your frets, the more that is going to be the case. So if you play with big frets, you get some of the same effect as with a scallop. Not the same though, because here I actually do not touch anything underneath the string. So it gives you just a slight advantage when it comes to hammer-ons. Pulling off is even, you can come to the string from the side of it because there's no wood there. So you can dig into it like that because there's a huge cavity underneath or huge room underneath the string. So pull-offs is also a little bit easier. When it comes to bending, that's actually the biggest advantage that I experienced, and that I do not, I've changed the way I bend a little bit, so I don't need the scallops anymore. But if you bend with only one finger, you might lose the string, right? You might go, and then, as the tension of the string increases, it becomes increasingly harder to hold the string, and it might slip out of your control, right? But that doesn't happen with the scallops because you can push it almost from below, and slap it in towards no matter what string it is, right? So when you're pushing it, you can push it sideways, right? So you won't lose another string when you bend. So control really increases because you don't have that wood underneath. So I have quite a few of these scalloped guitars, but at some point I just noticed that whenever I was playing a guitar that didn't have a scalloped neck, I was noticing it. It was not like, I'm the wood underneath the string didn't bother me at all. And so I just stopped doing it. Also, I bought more expensive guitars, and it was like, I'm gonna scallop a neck that's almost like, it was just too expensive. And you can do it, of course. People do that. But I also assume that the neck becomes a little bit weaker, that, if I had to have new frets on this guitar, that would be kind of a problem. So, but I don't know, right? I don't know how much of a problem because, yeah. But I warmly recommend that you try one out because it just might be the right thing for you. You get certain advantages. It doesn't make you play faster. Why would it? Some people say that. You can play faster because a certain guy from Sweden loves these necks, and he's pretty into playing fast. But there's no advantage. Why would that make you faster? I don't get it. But so try it out, and if you like it, by all means, go for it. But if you bend with 3 fingers, if you support that 1/3 finger with the 2 others, You won't lose the string if you bend with your first finger and you have jumbo frets. I would say that you're pretty well off, and you won't get the huge advantage by scalloping your neck. Also, I put locking tuners on this Squier up here. This is basswood or basswood. Such a cool guitar. They don't make them anymore. It's a Squier Deluxe. And we got that red velvet DiMarzio in the bridge. We got the chopper in the bridge and the red velvet in the neck position. Really cool pickups. It's the most powerful single coil I ever came across. Is the red velvet from DiMarzio. So it's scary. Gives you that cool corroded sound when you put distortion to it. So that was just a little bit about the scallop necks, and my opinion and my experiences with it might be beneficial to you. Now I'll just have some fun with the neck pickup here. Subscribe for more free videos. Do it. Do it now. Do it.